A5SR2, better known as an RE5, RO5A. This is in a Kia, so there are a few things that look a little different, so I'm going to do a video on it. Take your O-ring off for your lockup. 14 millimeters on the bell. They're all Loctited in, so apparently they're really afraid of the bell housing coming off. Take our vent tube off. Fourteen's on the tail. And bracket for wiring. There's a bracket down here. Okay, still set up like the RE5 in a Nissan. I have a feeling most everything is going to be the same except for the valve body. There are part mechanism, pivot pin, and spring. 10 millimeter on the speed sensor. Tens on the pin. Connectors are a little bit different. Let's see if we can get disconnected here. Just push the tab in. And it should come out. Push this tab in the center, and this one should come out. Leave our temp sensor in there, I think. Yeah. Go ahead and pull these wires back. All right. $10mm here on the valve body. Alright, however you fold it over. And push our tab in on the connector for our speed sensor. That will come out. Alright. Valve body will come off. And leave our pass-through connector on there for right now. Take our servo out. We need a pair of snap ring pliers. Alright, we'll get that to pop up in a minute. Looks like we can still go in here like we do on the regular RE5, right between that speed sensor hole and the drum. Be careful when you pry it out that you don't bend it. Band is burnt. And we should get our servo out. And our spring. Got a bearing here. And we had a race there. Go ahead and put your drum back on and make sure that your sprag is holding, turning counterclockwise, locking clockwise. I'll take all that apart in a minute. And bearing. Make sure our pinion's not moving back and forth too much. Our shims are still in there, not pitted, doesn't wobble back and forth. Come on. Quit being that way. Got a race, bearing. Same thing on this planet that we did on the other one. Make sure our clutches haven't eat this up. Alright, race. Bearing, race, and shim. Check your sprag. It's turning counterclockwise, locking clockwise. Go ahead and mark it. Take your snap ring out. Make sure our hub is not eat up. We have our bearing here. Feels okay. Check our bushing. Check our gear. Looks okay. Bushings look okay. Take our drum apart in a minute. Take that drum apart in a minute. Alright, we got a snap ring. Opening is down at the about 5:30. Ammo. Take our clutches out now. There is a anti-clunk spring that goes in there. Make sure you don't lose that. And our snap ring opening is at 12 o'clock. Retainer, return spring, make sure it's not broke. Piston, if it won't pull out, we'll blow it out. Alright. Another bearing. Beveled snap ring. Opening is at the 6 o'clock. Okay. .45 Torx, 3 of them. Support will come out. There's a bearing on the back. Bearing on the front. Make sure it's not ring grooved. Everything looks okay. We have another sprag assembly. This one's turning counterclockwise, locking clockwise. Go ahead and mark it. There's a washer here. Bearing here. Make sure our hub's not eat up. Our race. Snap ring opening is at the 12 o'clock. There's 2 sets of clutches in there. Pressure plate. And our other set of clutches. Looks okay. Now, to get my piston out, I don't take it to the foot press and press it off. I just take a pry bar, I push down enough, I pop the snap ring off, and then I take the piston out. There's 2 pistons in there, a return spring and a snap ring. I'll do that later. Just so you know, that's what will be coming out of there. You have a snap ring, another snap ring, and our clutches look pretty decent. These have molded pistons in it. I would buy the kit with pistons. Alright, cushion plate there. These are a little burnt. To get this drum out, we got to take this snap ring off here. Hopefully that's been showing up. Push the snap ring in while lifting up on the Planet. It helps to have something to hold that in, but it does fairly easily come out. We have a bearing here, race. Check our Planet just like the other Planets. Bearing. Now, here's our ring gear, make sure it's okay, looks okay. These drums do have a tendency to crack. Go ahead and air check it before you take it apart. It's looking good, doesn't look cracked. A little burnt, not too bad. Those are burnt more. 5 millimeters on our pump. Make sure you do get all the way down in there. It'll round those things out. And they are a pure bitch to get out when they get rounded off. Alright, make sure our surface is okay right here. Go ahead and mark our pump gears. Looks like no marks on the inner, but the bevel or the recess goes down. Dots on the outer gear go up. And make sure our surfaces in here are okay. Looks like the bushing looks pretty decent, but we'll put a pump bushing in it. So it looks like an LS kit or with pistons, and we're going to have to open Maybe just the solenoid is bad. This doesn't have the circuit board like the others. It does have a code for the brake solenoid that the later ones on the circuit board will break the little wire. So I'll have to ohm check the wires, make sure that they're okay, and probably be putting a solenoid on it. Okay, pretty much just basic rebuild with pistons and filter and converter and whatever is wrong here. So we'll find out what it is and we'll see you on the rebuild.